everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Bortles' Jaguars going up against Keenum's Vikings.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This will be taken very short. And the play clock's running down. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. On the catch, it's Jarius Lane. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. 2nd down, Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And his first carry, he loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Fournette, a first down carry, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, add that play to his resume, Real, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Allen Robinson, 30 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Put away. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
The second down throw for Bridgewater. Going deep for Diggs. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Paul Posluszny. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they've got it here with a first down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Paul Posluszny leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Bridgewater now on second down. Finds a seam inside the 40. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. That's not only Adam Thielen, that's the Pro Bowler Adam Thielen, who had 91 catches this year and over 1,200 yards, a career high.
We always look for great stories when we do games. Is there a better one this season than Adam Thielen in terms of where he came from to make a Pro Bowl roster as a receiver for the Minnesota Vikings? Lightly recruited out of high school, ends up at Mankato State, which is now known as Minnesota State Mankato. Undrafted, goes to a rookie free agent tryout camp, hangs around, makes the practice squad. First he's a special teams guy, and now he's one of the better receivers in the league. I think it's one of the best stories I've heard in 2017 NFL.
Steps away to his left. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And Diggs has it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Bridgewater to throw it. Forced out to it. And the Vikings are in for the touchdown. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Kai Forbath on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Jags taking over on offense here in a second. And what a season, Charles, it was for Jacksonville. Some people did like them as a dark horse coming into the year, and they really responded.
Heard recently at one of the, all-star games, college all-star games, a scout saying, well, heck, haven't they been the dark horse for the last 5 years coming into the season? And he seemed a little bit bitter, so I'm going to let him go on that one. But the point is well taken. They had been building towards this. Really good drafts, really supplemented in free agency. And, yeah, they were a dark horse, but they played awfully well. 11 wins, 2 more in the playoffs. I think right now they'd love to get Allen Robinson back at wide receiver and add another playmaking tight end.
Hearns the man in motion left. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. His throw incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Completes it to Lee. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not good. It came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. To play in a tightly contested first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Hearns the man in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Hearns the man in motion left. They'll go with a big back Fournette. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Call it a gain of 5. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Bortles now on 1st down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to bury him for a loss of 11. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hearns that time. 3rd down here.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. play fake here on first down. Going for the deep ball. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Throwing is Bortles. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Vikings coming out here again to take over on offense. And this is a crew, obviously, that was so close, Charles, to becoming the first ever team to play a Super Bowl in their own stadium. So disappointment in that last game against Philly. But overall, I think they've got to be pretty pleased with the season.
They have to be, because they put it all together. Won the NFC North. How about that win over the Saints in the divisional round? I mean, I don't know that they'll ever top that in terms of getting something done late in the game, especially with what was on the line. They do get Dalvin Cook back at running back next year. I think they'd still like to have a little more speed at wide receiver. But all in all, this team comes back pretty well intact and will be a force for a while.
Yeah, that defense is pretty set.
Very much so. I mean, try and move the ball against their front and then try and throw it against Xavier Rhodes. Good luck to you.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Little motion now from the tight end. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Bortles. Over the middle, the connection to Hurns. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now Doug Marrone, with a play clock almost out, says, let's take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Bortles to throw on second down. He finds Hurns left side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Bortles on the hook up to Hurns for the Jaguar first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Bortles. And no escaping this this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Everson Griffin in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Play action. It's Bortles. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down again. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Hearns the man in motion left. They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. First down throw for Bridgewater. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Miles Jack, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. The second down throw for Bridgewater. And right with it here over the middle. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Bridgewater being chased out left. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Bridgewater. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So here now is Kai Forbath with the pressure on. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And Forbath will put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
The Jaguars getting set to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now Leonard Fournette. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting to run. Hearns the man in motion left. Bortles now on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Bortles on the give to Fournette, and he'll be knocked down sideways. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Hearns the man in motion left. Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Hearns the man in motion left. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And here now it's second and goal, ball on the 7-yard line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there, taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Bridgewater now on second down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A very solid gain of 27. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll look to throw. And Diggs has it. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Back to throw. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Flush to his right, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Bortles going to look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
Still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here that chains as well. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people watching this one right here gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Forbath out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Bortles to throw. Steps away. Now a desperation throw deep down. It's caught inside the 25. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Bortles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
And he's not able to come through. This is no good. And that is how this game comes to a close. Well, we were prepping for overtime up here in the booth, partner. Thought for sure we were destined for OT. And then the chip shot field goal, no good. A tough loss.
Oh, without question, because when you're saying prepping, I was locked in. I think you were too. We're going to overtime. I was already gathering my thoughts about, okay, how do we start? What happens with the coin toss? Who's going to play defense first? And I have to admit, I'm in a little bit of shock that he missed that field goal.
I'm absolutely still in shock. Just a tough way to end it. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.